You've got the wrong guy. Aren't you supposed to know this stuff?
He's not Flynn.
Details, details. Bring it!
This guy's nuts. Flynn sure has made some interesting enemies.
Soggy, we're leaving. The Knights are onto us. How dare you! Mind your own business. I'm just getting to the best part. Hurry, before the Knights get here. Or would you rather have your fun end today?
We should be getting a move on too. We'll just go pay a visit to the goddess and be on our way.
Yuri,
Yeah, I know. We'll stick together until we're out of the castle.
Oh, right. But I was gonna say, my name is Estelise.
Well then, Estelise, let's get moving.
Wait, we can't just leave the door like that.
I really don't think this is the time to worry about something like that.
But...
All right. Just give me a minute. There, good as new. Now let's get going.
Okay.
Home repair comes before saving districts or whatever. Clearly more important. Oh my goodness gracious, that freaking last battle though. What the heck? Please let me out of here without any more trouble. Also, I read that stuff there. Sorry if I didn't read it out. I read it in my head.
They better not try to pin this on me too.
I hope no one was hurt.
Don't worry about the Knights. They'll make sure to protect themselves.
Yes, I guess so.
You're it all! Where are you hiding?
That must be LeBlanc. I'd recognize those dulcet tones anywhere.
Do the two of you know each other?
We have a bit of a history. Come on, let's hurry.
I'm fallen, and I can't get up.
My room is just up ahead. I have a change of clothes there.
Okay.
Why weren't you in those before? Okay, before you tried to go see Yuri, did you not come from your room? But yeah, I'm pretty sure everyone hates Zagi, if you're not mistaken, think that he's the only one that's just annoying, like his personality kind of proves it. Well, well, there's that. How much more of this castle do we have to go? Just let me out of here, man.
This is my room. I'll go get changed. Just give me a minute.
This is my gamer setup in here.
Try to be quick about it.
Rate my PC setup real quick. Man, I just really want to see your freaking PC setup.
It's not like I was going to peek.
At the anything but the PC setup.
Flynn did tell me to be careful if I ever met you.
Thanks, Flynn.
There, all finished. What?
You still stand out just as much as before. Basically. Maybe a little bit less, but...
I was just thinking, this doesn't suit you either.
Really?
What's this?
A handshake. It means, nice to meet you.
All right, let's get going.
A handshake means you turn into baloney if you've ever seen Invader Zim. Estelise joined the party. Okay then. If you're feeling frustrated with the game, did send you something to give you a bit of hope about this game and feel like it's gonna suck. Well, I feel like I definitely don't know enough about it yet, but that first boss freaking
Yuri,
could use
you
some
were a knight
tinkering.
once, right?
Didn't you already
In my
say you
opinion,
heard about
but,
me from Flynn?
Well, it's just... You don't seem to know your way around the castle well. Are you an imposter?
That's some imagination you've got. Why would I want to?
I do like the
impersonate a
expressions
regular
within
guy from the lower quarter.
the party chat thingamabobs.
I guess
Kind of
you're
like
right.
the Bravely
Come
games.
on, let's go before we're caught by the castle guards.
Most of the time. Sometimes they look a little bit wonky, but most of the time I like the expressions so far and whatnot. Hi. Is there an attack in the overworld similar to like Bravely / some other games? Oh, we are so screwed here. Send you Discord DMs. Yeah, something that I'll check out after the stream. I'm out of here. Freaking, is this a button? Check. Okay. That was weird but oddly funny. What, that whole last boss? Or 200 gold because it's too hard to say gold. Or something. I don't know. Jeez, gold sounds like something that... Wait, I'm back here again? Gold sounds like something that somebody in like a trench coat in a shady alley would try to offer you. Hey, you want some gold? Probably never heard of the stuff, but it'll do wonders. Where am I going? What? Are we just stuck in the loop? My goodness. There is, but you learn it later on. Wait, there's what? You gotta remind me. Freaking short-term memory stuff. Excuse me. Excuse me coming through here. This way? Excuse me. That is not excusing me.
Let's
Not
work
at all.
together.
That weird dialogue animation between... Oh, okay. Whoa. I'm gonna die here. Don't... I was not trying to jump at all. Well. Let me out of here. Let me out. Let me out.
Power, come to me.
Oh, the move thing in the overworld. Okay, gotcha, gotcha. Ooh. Ooh. Let me out of here. Let me out. Let me out. Let me out. Aha! Don't you stop believing.
Finish them off.
Okay, well,
Finish them off.
Huh?
I like the post-battle dialogue there.
Powerful.
Gotta level up. I feel so powerful. Whoa. Extra baggage.
I just wanted to check on the lower quarter and come back. I didn't expect the extra baggage.
Baggage? I could take it to the castle's lost and found for you.
You're the one person I couldn't really ask to take care of it.
Huh?
Never mind. I'm good.
Okay, let me know if you change your mind.
It just slowly inches off though. It doesn't even flow off. It's like a... That was not smooth at all. That was like a freaking barely functional conveyor belt. Like if you're gonna move a portrait off screen, you'd think that it'd be a freaking smooth kind of go off thing. Not like the barely functional conveyor belt at the freaking whatever the heck factory, you know? But let me compare two things about the party chats of this game to Bravely Default 2 for a hot second. In this game, when I press the button for party chat, it comes up freaking instantly. Whereas in freaking Bravely Default 2, I hit the party chat button, and sometimes I have to hit it 3 times, and it takes like 3,000 years before it opens. I don't know why that game lags so much with the party chat. And something else, the party chats in this have full voice acting, unlike freaking Bravely Default 2, where I honestly did have fun reading out some of the characters' lines in Bravely Default 2 in the party chats myself. There's a lot of games where I do enjoy, while I'm streaming, reading out the characters' lines myself. But, you know, from the perspective of just a player, I do like being able to, you know, just relax there and have this stuff voice acted out by, you know, good voice acting like that, you know? So, in those two respects, I'm so far enjoying the party chats in this game more than Bravely Default 2. There's one respect that I enjoyed Bravely Default 2's more. We got another one out of nowhere, apparently. There's one respect that I like Bravely Default 2's more. If that one moved portraits out of there, it was still janky as heck. But at least it flowed out. It wasn't the... But yeah, there's a lot of post-dialogue. Didn't mean to say level, but just here is great. Skits are super funny.
Are there many
Oh, look, I hit the
people
button,
outside
it's
the castle
instant.
like that Manzagi we
Unlike
met earlier?
Bravely Default 2's
He's one of a
freaking
kind.
barely
It's pretty
functional
hard to
party
find
chats.
anyone that nuts.
I see. Well, that's a relief. I don't know what I'd do if everyone behaved like that.
Yeah, life would be pretty rough if the world were full of guys like him.
Okay, I'm looking up Yuri's voice right now. Is he who I think he is? Let's see here. Behind the voice actors, Tales of Vesperia. Is he who I think he is? Let's see here. Where do I recognize his voice from? So apparently Yuri is done by a person named Troy Baker, who has also done... I gotta turn up the brightness on my phone here because my goodness, is it dim. Let's see. From stuff that I've played, I've never actually played Death Stranding, but I saw a full cutscene kind of movie of it to see the story of it. Apparently he's a character from Death Stranding. Apparently. Let's see, as I scroll down here to older and older roles here. Apparently he's done a bunch of Lego Batman stuff. Apparently. And like Batman stuff in general. Okay, what are things that I recognize as I scroll down here? Who are you? Where do I for sure recognize your voice from? Is the question as I scroll down on my phone, because I know your voice sounds familiar, or at least it's very similar to like some other voices I've heard. But are you who I think you are? I don't think you are. You're just very similar. Probably, I think. Yeah, I don't think you are who I think you are. Yeah, you are definitely someone else. But your voice is very Okay, who I thought he was I thought that maybe he could have been like the voice actor for Crom or something like that, because it's very similar. But yeah, I don't think he is. It doesn't seem like. He has a very similar sounding voice, at least though. But have I heard his voice before in any actual thing? Because I'm continuing to scroll down. I don't actually see any roles that I freaking recognize though, or like media that I know or I'm super familiar with. But I swear his voice sounds familiar. It could just be the fact that it's like so close to other voices that I've heard, like freaking Croms and whatnot. It could well be. I'm scrolling down, I'm into like the 2011s and stuff, and there isn't anything else that I've, you know, played before, I guess. I swear it sounded very familiar. I think it's just familiar to, just similar to other things. Weird. Weird. What have we got here?
Have you and Flynn known each other a long time?
Like, it's a very similar
maybe
to,
3
you know,
years,
Fire
something
Emblem
like
Crom
that.
/ Ryoma sounding voice,
So
but
he's
it's
been
apparently a
getting
different
along all right at
person.
the castle?
But, you know,
Flynn
it could have
is a
fooled
very
me.
hardworking and honest knight.
But yeah,
It seems like
I'll read that in a
everyone
second.
trusts him. The other day, he told me that they've been giving him more responsibility lately too.
Hardworking and honest. Right. In other words, hard-headed and obsessive.
Huh?
Can also switch party members too? Like, you can switch Estelle and Yuri and play as Estelise. So that's kind of like a Xenoblade kind of thingamabob there, which is something I like about games like this and stuff. I think that was more representing that she was tiptoeing away from him. It felt like that. Wait for the kind of thingamabob. You all think? Isn't it a bit annoying carrying your sword around like that all the time?
Oh, man. All right.
I mean, in Taekwondo, my freaking practice sword doesn't exactly have, you know, a sheath or... Ow! Doesn't exactly have a sheath, especially considering it's, you know, just a practice sword. So when I'm carrying my sword around for Taekwondo, I carry it on my left hip, like in the palm of my hand, essentially, kind of like that, as if it's in a sheath, so that when I go to, like, unsheath it, I, you know, go across like that and then unsheath it like that, as if it's coming out of a sheath, even though it isn't. So it's like, you know, I'm kind of used to, you know, come on, let me out of here, let me out. So I mean, I guess I'm sort of used to carrying around a sword without, you know, it actually being, you know, attached to my body, I guess, in a sheath. But like, I would think it would get like really tiring after a while. And it's like, my freaking practice sword doesn't have a sheath of its own. I just freaking put my hand around the hilt as like a pretend sheath, imagining that a sheath is there. But he has a sheath, so you'd think that he'd like tie it to his waist or something. Like, I think that's an all right way to carry that, but you just think that it would get like really tiring, you know, after a little while, you know? Like, I get tired of freaking carrying around my practice sword sometimes. It's so weird. Life bottle. So strange. Let's open up the thing, I guess. Sure. Excuse me. Excuse me, coming through here. Your sword is so stubby. It's like a long knife that guy had. Why do these guards have like long knives? Where am I going? I wish there was like a map or something. How about you don't? Well, I wanted to do the A button thingamabob after that, but sparkle effect after battle is an effect that prevents another enemy from encountering you, right? I was wondering what that was. Bonk.
Yeah,
Backslash.
next week.
Next week? But can you really?
Never mind.
I do like post-battle dialogue. I think that's a nice touch. Dining hall? Do we get to get some good eats and whatnot? What's going on here? I just got like, I could feel on my watch. I just got like rapid fire notifications. What is all this? It's a bunch of Discord stuff apparently. I just got like, I could just, because my watch vibrates when, you know, there's a notification of some sort. I just got like 5 at once. HP and TP were restored. Not bad. Oh, okay. But yeah, like you said, the game direction in this is kind of whack. Definitely seems so far. I wish that there was, you know, a little arrow or something that showed you which way to go. Is this just a way up? Okay, that's an exit. Wait, was this where I fought the guards? Wait, how did I get back here? How did this happen? I looped all the way around to this area? Where we first got her as like a party member, almost, not really. How did that happen? 5 notification, only sent 2 messages to me. Yeah, I think that there was some stuff in the server that I got notified of as well. Is what it was. Most likely. Where do I go? If I get stuck, you can search up a guide that might... How did I get back here? How did this happen? Oh, and now we have the 2 party members there. I'm sure that it'll keep racking up and stuff. No. Darn it.
Don't get sloppy.
I am so lost. You have no idea.
That'll be
Okay.
100 years before
That's what you had to do a lot of the times.
Because you've lived a lot longer, right?
Not exactly.
I might just wind up having to do that. Because I'm very confused. This is like the biggest maze area for you. Can I give you a loop-de-loop and pull on your shoes are looking cool? Apparently not.
Yes, we can do this.
The rest of the dungeons are pretty simple to figure out. So I probably won't have to deal with stuff like this a whole lot. Hi. Yeah, smackaroo him.
This'll hurt.
Will it now?
Yeah,
Will it hurt?
Easy win.
I don't know why I hear the beginning of that jingle and I just think of the do as I mentioned before. Well, I mean, if I just hug the right wall, I'll make it out eventually, right? In theory.
Yes,
Like,
we can
you
do
want
this.
to, if you want to make it through a maze without, you know, ever, you know, getting lost, I guess, or going back to place you've already been before, just freaking hug the right wall, I guess. Why am I walking? Stop walking! I guess pressing... No, it wouldn't be B, because B is the attack button. It couldn't freaking be that. Okay.
Wonderful.
Okay. Not really. Most dungeons have one direction, while this one's kind of all over the place and looks almost exactly the same in every area. But as long as I hold the right wall, we'll get out eventually. Just hold the right wall, and we'll get out eventually. Like, just logically. Just hug the right wall, and we will make it out of here. Like, as long as we hug the right wall, there's no way that we can, you know, get lost in here until the end of time, you know? There's no way. I just waste my... Stop! Stop poking me in my ass! So rude. Have you ever learned manners? Why are you doing a freaking Imperial March for a hot second for our Lord and Savior Darth Vader? For a hot... Like, in the middle of battle. For that hot second. My goodness. Okay, I'm hugging this wall. I'm hugging this wall, and we'll make it out eventually. In theory. This is the way out. Ah, new things! New things! What's this chest? Apple gel. Cool. I will take the apple gel. What's this? Orange gel. But yeah, I guess that is kind of similar to how, you know, I would hold my practice sword, I guess. But like, you know, there is a sheath there. What is this? The Holy Orb. Command the heavens with the power of the ring. When 2 pairs of wings are fully open, she shall weep beneath the sharp rays of light, and the second door shall open. What? There's a puzzle to freaking leave the castle? Do the guards just do this every time they need to go visit their families? Command the heavens with the power of the ring. When 2 pairs of wings are fully open, she shall weep beneath the sharp rays of light, and the second door shall open. 2 pairs of wings are fully opened. It seems like you're at least beating the regular enemy, so there's that. Oh no, that. What the freaking, huh?
This must be it.
Is there something special about this statue?
It's the Mythical Ice Sculpture.
It's supposed to have some sort of secret.
It doesn't look like there's anything particularly secretive about it.
Maybe if we moved it, there'd be a hidden passage or something.
You don't think?
Well, we won't know unless we give it a try.
Hold A to grab. Okay. That's a puzzle, but it's for way later on in the game. You don't have to do it right now. Okay, well, there's that. Push or pull objects with that. Okay. It was that easy.
Worked.
I love how I have like weird magnet hands that I just freaking grab with the tips of my fingers and then I pull it back.
What do we have here? Looks like the old man was right.
Do you think this will lead outside?
I can't guarantee it. Well, I'm going down. How about you?
Down, down, down to the bottom of the sea, where our soggy friend SpongeBob waits for you and me.
I'm coming too.
That's pretty brave of you. Who was that guy anyway? There was something shady about him.
That was Shady Slim.
What is it? Did you change your mind?
No, your hand. It's injured. Let me take a look at it.
Funny, because in real life, that's actually where my left wrist is injured. Man, if only it was that easy. I went to freaking physiotherapy for 6 months, and my freaking problems have been coming back again. So I'm probably gonna have to wind up going back to physiotherapy again here pretty soon.
Oh,
Hey, I'm sorry. I'd never seen a blasteel like that. I wasn't thinking.
that's really all it was?
That's really all it was. My hand feels better. Thanks.
No, it's the least I could do.
Okay, let's go. So, there are monsters down here too.
I'm a derpy little rat, just living my best freaking plump life.
Monsters. That's what these things are?
You've never seen one
Aw, you would not believe that freaking sewer Taco Bell I just had.
Well, let's hurry.
What is that face? I am so unbelievably high. Look at my eyes. I have friends too. We all smoke the craziest blunts down here.
This is annoying.
Oh, it freaking cracked twice for that thing. Encounter Link. But yeah, I have to search my guide for that puzzle 100%. Well, I look forward to that. Hope everything goes well for you and your wrist. I appreciate that, Goose, but whoa. Because, yeah, it's not something that, I mean, I should say that it used to be something that didn't really bother me in day-to-day life a whole lot. Nowadays, it is starting to, you know, give me a bit of, maybe not pain per se, but it feels discomforting, like something's out of place or doesn't line up that right. My doctor and physiotherapist seem to think that it was a ligament issue, especially considering I did actually wind up getting an x-ray on my wrist, and it showed that there's seemingly nothing wrong with the bones, themselves at least. But, so it must be like some sort of a muscle or ligament issue. And it's probably something to do with my ligaments, so, you know, that kind of sucks. I used to, and sometimes I still do when I go out and about, I used to put on a sleeve for my left wrist that would help,
You want revenge?
you know, keep my wrist in place. Like if I take off my watch here for a hot second and put it on, it's a little charging thing. And I go grab my winter jacket that's over here. I always keep it in the right pocket here because, you know, this is the jacket that I usually put on if going out and about, but, you know, with things warming up, I'm gonna have to find a different place for it. I could use a better sleeve than this. This one causes like some pain with like my thumb sometimes when I wear it for extended periods of time. But usually when I go out and about, to help stabilize my wrist and not exert it too much and such, I'd put on this sleeve or a wrap kind of form of a sleeve that I would put around it to help, you know, keep it in place and, you know, not have to exert it and stuff. So, but I wonder if I should order a different sleeve, because my problem with this one is that notch right there where it goes like into my thumb, it like really digs into this bit here. So I wear it like this for like 10 minutes or something like that, and I take that bit off, and then I've got like red marks on the inside of my thumb. So I don't know what's freaking wrong with this sleeve. It's the only one I have. I should go to like a freaking, you know, drugstore or something like that one of these days and see if they have different sleeves, because this one is really not the best for the stuff that it does to my thumb. So a lot of the time I pull that little notch that goes over the thumb just back over, so I just, you know, instead of having it on the intended way like that, I'll sometimes just do that when I need to take a break from it, and I still have like most of the sleeve kind of on mostly the way that it's supposed to go. But I should really look into getting a better sleeve, honestly, because that one freaking destroys my thumb. Like, it's probably great for my wrist, but it destroys my thumb, and it hurts and such. But yeah, don't forget to check your arts every now and then to see if you learned any new one. Okay, will do. The more arts you get, the more open you are to using more move combinations and such. And does that mean that I have to wear the cast, though? When it comes to my... I mean, I don't have, like, a cast or anything. Icy hot pads will help with muscle pains. I mean, it's probably, like, I get... Are ligaments a type of muscle? I don't... Where is, like, my actual wrap thing go? Like, hold on a hot second here. Do I have it in here? Where did I put it? There it is. When I'm really worried about exerting my wrist, like if I'm going to, say, Taekwondo class or something like that, I'll put on, like, this actual full-on wrap that I wound up getting from my instructor at Taekwondo. Actually, I probably won't put it on right now because it'd be a pain to put together again. But essentially, I take this and wrap it around my wrist and such to keep things in place there. And this one doesn't destroy my thumbs, but, like, it really... But yeah, like, it'll really help numb the pain. Well, I don't really have pain, per se. It just feels like it's, like, things... Like, it's out of place. And feels uncomfortable and such. Like, everything here isn't, you know, functioning the way that's normally supposed to. The only time that I really get pain is if my wrists are bent back like that, I'm putting weight onto them. So if I'm doing something like pushing open a door like that, if I'm like pushing a box, or if I'm just on the ground, I'm doing push-ups or something like that. So for the past 2 years, whenever I went to go do push-ups, I'd do knuckle push-ups, to the point that knuckle push-ups are freaking now easier for me than regular push-ups, even ignoring the wrist pain from bending this back. So luckily, the actual pain part isn't something that I'd experience in daily life a whole lot, because like, how many times in daily life are you going to be putting weight on your wrist while bending it back in that kind of 90-degree thingamabob? So luckily, it's not a pain that I would deal with a lot on a regular basis. But the way that it used to be was I would basically feel nothing during like normal day-to-day stuff, and I'd only get like flashes of pain while it's bent back in 90 degrees like that with weight on it. But nowadays, it's like at all times, it doesn't hurt per se, like I don't have any pain in it, but it just feels weird, like something's missing, like something's out of place. Like my right wrist is like, hey, this feels the way that should, whereas this just feels like, I don't know, it feels like something's missing almost, and it feels like something isn't quite right. I don't know how to describe it. It's weird. So most of the time it's not in pain per se, it's just in a state of constant discomfort. And like, it's not the way that it's supposed to feel, you know, so.
They come in groups.
But yeah, that doesn't sound fun. Yeah, that's true. At least it's uncommon for it to happen. Yeah,
Really?
like at least there's that.
Be careful when we go ahead.
You can take on a monster one at a time, or take them on in a group. Your choice.
Yuri, which way do you think we should go?
Whichever way leads out.
Let's just
Whichever. Let's just get. Yeah, freaking that. Yeah.
Wait for me.
The only time that I'd really have to worry about, you know, random pain during the day is is probably before COVID happened. If I was going around my university campus and I went to like open like one of those big heavy metal doors, and I went to do it with my left wrist like that. So for a long time I had to like condition myself into, if I'm going to open a door that requires pushing, do it with my right hand. And luckily I'm right-handed, so that happens more often anyway. But if there's like a door that specifically opens that way, I will naturally go for it with my left. And wind up, you know, going, ow, what the heck, why did I do that, you know? But when in contact with an enemy symbol, monsters that are part of a nearby enemy symbol will enter the battle at the same time. Beware as you'll be faced with a group of enemies. Okay, well, good to know. Be thankful, strangers.
I need to thank whoever told you about this underground passage.
Why would you need to be thankful for something like that?
I'm trying to get out of the castle just like you.
That's all well and good, but there's no need to be all thankful because of it.
Oh no, we must show courtesy to those who show us kindness.
To look at his
It's
expression.
weird to be polite to somebody you've never met, don't you think?
Manners are never so important as when dealing with those with whom we've yet to be acquainted.
You really think so, huh?
I know so.
Okay, also, one little note that, you know, I'm just now noticing is, you know, probably more of an important note for me than I thought of before, that I really like about Yuri. Long-haired guy. I feel like there's not a lot of long-haired guys in media. So, I'm glad to see when, you know, there's, you know, characters in various media out there that are long-haired guys, you know? Because that's not something you see a whole lot. Usually when there's, you know, male characters in whatever media, it's pretty standard to have, like, you know, short hair, like you see a lot of guys having. Like, a lot of people see freaking long hair on a dude, and it's like, that's not, you can't have long hair as a dude, you gotta have, like, short hair. That's just, like, social norms and stuff, whereas it's like, I love my long hair, you know?
Easy.
I mean, there's like this negative connotation with a lot of guys having long hair because a lot of people who see guys having long hair just assume that, like, that guy doesn't care enough about their hair to, you know, bother with, like, cutting it and stuff. But it's like, I take very good freaking care of my hair. I wash this on a daily basis. I brush it every day when I freaking wake up and such. I freaking maintain my hair, and I love it the way that it is. I mean, it's the longest it has ever been in my life, to say the least. By a decent bit, but like, I put in the work to maintain this, you know. But for whatever reason, there's just a negative connotation that, like, guys can't have long hair. If they have long hair, then they must just not care enough about it and just not want to put any work into, like, maintaining it. But like, I put in the work to making my hair freaking fabuloso. That's probably not the best word, but you know what I mean. So I love seeing media that's like, oh, guys don't necessarily have to be, you know, short-haired, like so much of society, you know, has it as like the standards to be. So I like seeing media portrayals that have long-haired guys, but there's that. As a long-haired guy, I approve. But yeah, oh, and if you feel like you're encountering too many enemies and feel like it's getting annoying, just know that you can always run away from them in battle, though it doesn't happen immediately right away. It just takes a few seconds for it to actually happen. Gotcha. I will keep it in mind. That sucks to hear about your wrist. It's been going on now for a couple of years. I think that might just be something that I put up with for my life, and at this point, it's like, whatever, I guess. For a long time in physiotherapy, I got what was called IMS, which stands for Intramuscular Stimulation, which is like acupuncture, except not pseudoscience, and actually like deep into the muscles to stimulate them and relieve tension. So acupuncture is just like puncturing the skin in various places. And if it's gonna help at all, it's probably just you believing that it's gonna help. But IMS is like actually putting needles deep into like various points that, you know, help certain things along, I guess. Like, they break the skin, and then my physiotherapist would go, like, tap to freaking get it, like, deep into there. So for a while there, I had problems with my right hip as well, and joints in general. So for a while, I would get, like, on a weekly or bi-weekly basis, needles down my back, down my legs, in the freaking calves sucked. Sometimes I wound up, because they're as big muscles as they are that are very important to the legs, there were some times that I got some needles in my freaking ass muscles, and that was some of the freaking, because that's an area that you can't relax if it gets stabbed, you know? So, you know, there are some areas that you can just, like, relax in, you're gonna barely feel the needle, but the ass and the calves, that's not happening. That's not happening. That was very unpleasant, to say the least. And something very interesting about it, like, I have a freaking, you know, after my time in physiotherapy, I have a much greater respect for, like, physiotherapist knowledge of the human body and such. Like, for example, when I brought up issues with my left wrist, for example, I appreciate the follow, they're a random weirdo. When I brought up issues about my left wrist, my physiotherapist started giving me these needles in my forearm around here, essentially, around this kind of area, and then after doing that needling, my physiotherapist was like, try putting weight on your wrist, and I'd go like that, and I would barely feel anything. Like, I wouldn't feel any pain at all, and I was like, what the heck? That's crazy. I only wish it was a permanent solution. The pain would come back after like a week or two, something like that, so it wasn't a permanent solution, whatever the problem with my wrist is. It's not something that I can just solve, unfortunately. It definitely offers a freaking incredible temporary solution. What? What did I just do? I hit the B button and then that happened, and I don't understand. Quite frankly, stop freaking poking into me and stuff. But yeah, just, you know, being able to put, you know, very specific needles into very specific places in the forearm to, like, really ease up problems with the wrist. It's like, whoa, These people have like such an insane knowledge of the human body. Like I have such a respect for that now. But yeah, I do wish that it was a permanent solution and such though, that like doing that would have, you know, been all the pain in my left wrist is just gone forever now, but it would come back, unfortunately. Man, I wish that was the solution. I had my hopes up when that first happened and the pain was gone and I was like super excited and stuff. But yeah, let's see here. Let me catch up on the stuff like I said there. It's funny you say it because Yuri's actually the most popular. Why am I walking? I don't know what determines whether I walk sometimes. Well, I hit Y instead of freaking. I thought that Y was the attack button for whatever reason. Are you guarding? What's going on here? Smackaroo? Smackaroo, okay. Literally they had official polls for best Tails characters and he won first place so many times every year and they had to exclude him entirely and just put him in the Hall of Fame. It's mostly his attitude that makes him a fan favorite, by the way. And geez, imagine a world without pain, though. I mean, they have painkillers and such, but yeah, imagine if pain never existed. That would would be nice and such. And yeah, I don't think a painkiller would be a problem to my issue here. I think and it feels especially discomforting right now even. I feel like, I don't know, this is like a problem here that is never going to be easily solved. At least it's not the kind of thing where it's like, oh, it's freaking awful pain that holds me back from like doing daily tasks or whatever. If anything, it's just a freaking annoyance, a major annoyance. But like, you know, I'm not exactly handicapped or anything like that by any means. And hey, it doesn't freaking impede my ability to play video games at all. I hope that me doing stuff on a controller doesn't affect it. It's not like I freaking move my wrist to play games. Actually, I take that back. There's one game. There is one specific game / playthrough that I do think is a bad influence on my wrist. And that is The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword with a freaking Wii remote rifle. Which, you know, for anybody who's seen my Wiimote rifle shenanigans, knows that as I swing that freaking thing around, I think it's right here. It's literally right here. I haven't put it away since the last time. Playing Skyward Sword with this thing as a challenge, with motion controls, with the freaking Wii remote as a sword and the nunchuck as the shield, swinging this around all crazy willy-nilly, yeah, that destroys my wrists. I think there was a time that I actually had to mention this stupid thing to my physiotherapist. That was certainly something. But anyway, I don't exactly need to, you know, move my wrists around typically for like most video games. I wanted to say video games and then video games and I freaking combined them so it became like a joke or a mix of the joke and real terms. But, you know, at least, you know, I don't deal with an issue that freaking impedes my ability to do daily tasks or do stuff like I do on stream here. Unless it's Skyward Sword. I can only do that for, you know, a handful of sessions. And after that playthrough is almost done. Once Skyward Sword on the Wii with that Cabela's Wiimote rifle is done, I might never do another motion control playthrough with, you know, that apparatus thingamabob as a crazy challenge ever again. Because I do think it's a bad influence on my wrist, quite frankly. But I think that that's the only game that I play that's like a bad influence on my wrist, I would think. Why am I walking? I don't get it. These boots were made for walking, and that's just what they'll do. But yeah, do you think you can discuss with your physiotherapy to see if icy pads could help? I could ask. I haven't been to physiotherapy since before the quarantine started, actually. So it's been a hot while. Because just before quarantine started was also when I started feeling like things were getting better and such as well. And like I had next to no issues with my wrist for a long time, but I also wasn't attending Taekwondo for a long time, so the place where I actually exerted my wrist, I didn't have any experience there. But now the fact that I'm feeling like discomfort in daily life and such tells me that I should probably go back. I don't know if I'm gonna wait for the quarantine to ease up first. I don't know whether it's worth waiting for, like, because I'm gonna have to wait until I can get back into Taekwondo classes again anyway, because there's like, you know, restrictions on who's allowed to come to like certain fitness centers and stuff like that in our province still. Like, I don't think I'll be able to.
Man, it's bright. It's already morning, I wasted an entire night. Looks like it led to the royal quarter.
Everything looks so different from the windows of the castle.
Oh, come on. You sound like this is your first time out of the castle.
Well,
I guess a lady who lives in a castle can't just take a walk outside whenever she wants.
Yes, you're right.
Well, hey, at least we made it out of the castle.
Am I the only one who doesn't understand what's going on with this action at all?
Was that not right?
No, it's fine.
What, was that supposed to be like a misunderstood high five or something?
So, Estellise, what are you gonna do now that you're out?
I'm going to find Flynn.
Do you know where he went?
The other day, he said he was going off on a knight's pilgrimage.
Oh, that thing. Going around the cities of the Empire, piling up good deeds?
Yes, that's why I'm going to the City of Blossoms, Halor. Halor is the first place that knights traditionally visit on a pilgrimage.
So you'll need to go outside the barrier.
Have you ever been beyond the barrier?
A little while back. I'd like to go, but I can't just leave the lower quarter like it is.
Well, maybe it'll be fine to leave. After all, looking at that barrier, it was probably a bit of a glitch in the Matrix seeing the frame rate of the barrier. But,
Come on, I'll show you the way out of town. It's on the way to the lower quarter.
Thank you.
okay, well, we're out again. That was a very, very long sequence. But yeah, I think he tried giving her a high five, but she failed, so that's probably what that was. I really wish there was a mini-map in this game. How many freaking joints have you been smoking, my guy? Hope you get at least to the overall map before you wrap up the stream. Should take about another 10 to 15 minutes. Okay, so I'd probably wrap up sometime shortly after that and such. You beat the tutorial battle, so yes, you can beat them, but the result of the cutscene remains. Oh, of like the two guards in the beginning there, Hawks? So do we go that one way that I saw like way before? Maybe. Overall map is one of your favorite things of this game because of how large it is. Well, let's have a look-see at what could be going on there. Man, I wish I knew if there was like an inn or something like that that I could go and, you know, rest at. What's going on over here? One of the guards over there took a rock to the head and got knocked out. Actually, it skimmed over his head, but he somehow got knocked out anyway. How pathetic. Beyond a gate, there are a lot of huge houses like nothing I've ever seen before. Wait, that's not the one out? Our whole map does have a mini-map. That's good, at least. I don't know where I'm going. There's an inn in each town. Okay. So there's that, at least. Zaphia's castle. It's shut tightly. Okay, well. I don't know where I'm going here. I'm not completely sure. There's a path down here. Path down this way. I was about to say, loading, is there going to be an immediate cutscene? Guess not. Where am I? Oh, it was on the other end of here, I think, right? That was the way out? Maybe? The way to go out is bottom right? Well, if this is an answer over here, then I'll check another path. Never mind, I got it. Okay, return to field map. Something else I need to take care of. What? What? Apparently, there's something else I need to take care of. Are we gonna go down to check out the freaking malfunctioning wishing fountain? Maybe? Cutscene?
You there, fugitive! Halt, I say!
Halt, I say!
The jig is up.
The jig is up.
Fools. Enough grandstanding. Arrest him.
What should we do?
First, you pick up one
We
of these.
kill them. No.
Then go like this.
Ooh! Ow!
Let's get to the lower quarter.
Welp. Well, there's that. It's them, apparently. Yeah, the whole rock throwing thing, well, the animation is certainly something. Oh, here's the freaking slope where someone is almost certainly going to injure themselves.
Yuri, where have you been?
Where have you been?
I got an invitation to the castle and had the most marvelous time there.
Of all the... Then who's the young lady?
Pleased to meet you. I'm Estelise.
Oh, they've sorted out the water fountain issue.
The pleasure is all mine, miss. More importantly, about those Imperial Knights.
Oh, the speech bubble stays down there when he's up here.
They've been so busy looking
It still stays down.
Any attention to our fiasco down here. So you've really managed to tick them off, huh?
It looks that way. Has Repeat come back yet?
Sure did. He was carrying some bag.
What happened to it?
It should be up in your room.
Go pick it up later. Give it a shake. It has a nice jingle to it. Mordio liked it too.
You met Mr. Mordio?
Yeah, but the rat left town. Apparently he's someone important from a city called Ospio.
Left town? Well, then that means we've been hoodwinked.
Afraid so. His house was empty, and I doubt he's even a real noble.
I see.
Looks like the Aqua Blasty has finally stopped leaking water.
Well, without a core, it won't budge.
Is there enough water for the time being?
Yeah, but it won't last long. After that, we'll just get it from the river. Get the runs, though.
Oh, this fountain is where they get their drinking water. That's good to know.
And the knights aren't gonna help. Guess I'll go get it back from the thief myself.
What? You aren't thinking of following Mordio beyond the barrier, are ya?
Don't worry. I'll be back before you know it.
Who's worried? It's a good opportunity for you. No need for you to hurry back here.
Huh? What do you mean by that?
What I mean is, we can get along just fine without you.
You piece of crap. No one likes you anyway.
Even Flynn used to say, I wonder how long Yuri plans on living this life.
Flynn needs to learn to mind his own business.
I don't know what exactly this stance-in is, but you look like you're about ready to freaking Superman take off into the stratosphere any second now, whoever you are. But yeah, let's see here. The speech bubbles can be in the most odd places sometimes. So Blastia is basically like an energy source, and it's what's used to power a lot of things, especially weapons and barriers. Like all the weapons you use are also Blastia as well. Huh. Good to know. But they haven't... The Blastia core that's stuck in the fountain is gone, so the water's filthy. What, do they not have any scientific knowledge of filtration systems? They specifically need the, or maybe just the specific energy core for it. Look, God, if we go back. I thought this was the way out. What do you mean? I guess, just hug the right wall. Just hug the right wall and we'll get there eventually.
Yuri Lowell, you've given my two lackeys a headache. Now be a good boy and turn yourself in.
Well, that's our cue. Looks like I won't be coming back here for a while.
Never a dull moment with Yuri around. After this, I'll be even with you for getting that money back.
And just make sure you don't kick the bucket blowing it all on some crazy party.
Same to you. See that you don't go dying in any ditches.
Wait for me. It was nice to meet you, sir.
He'll probably be quite a pain in the neck. You make sure and take care of yourself now.
I will. Thank you.
Are all these people gonna beat up that guy? Oh my goodness, they are. It's like that scene from SpongeBob where SpongeBob turns and yells, "He's gonna kick my butts," and the whole town looks over and is like, "So you like kicking butts, old man?" And they'll go and beat up this guy standing by the bus stop. This is basically what this scene is.
Cool at night.
Hooray! Hooray!
Okay, maybe they're not beating him up.
Won't you help this old man find his dentures?
Fools! You're in my way. Do not interfere in the affairs of the Empire.
Don't you make her cry.
What are you talking about?
What is this, American Black Friday?
Hey, who just hit me?
I'm gonna remember that.
This might come in handy if you're going to Halur.
Acquire the following world. Oh, are they taking us out? I thought they were dragging us back in for a hot second. Must have for travel. It's just a place. Is the shaking getting more and more dramatic, or is it just me? Also, if you look around the top center-ish, slightly to the left, you can see the background, and you can see that the background isn't moving at all, which means that we're all just like here vibrating and shaking without actually moving at all. Oh, map? Oh.
Wait a sec, this only has the roads written on it.
Sorry, I've played way too many games that don't have voice acting.
What did you expect? It's better than nothing considering people don't normally leave the city. You'll have to fill in the empty spaces on your own. First off, you should head for Dayton Hold to the north.
Acquired the following orange gel. Gummy type medicine restores 30% of max TP. There's a nice citrus scent with an orange flavor. I don't know how that's pronounced, I'm sorry to say. Am I dumb for not knowing? Melange gel? A gummy type medicine restores 30% of max HP and TP. The ingredient is a secret. It's love. Or a highly addictive drug. One of those two. Whichever one it is up to you to decide. Life bottle. Okay. Bread! Baked dough bread made from sticky flour is very delicious when served hot in the oven. What, are you telling me this can't just be like Fire Emblem Echoes where we can just eat raw flour? A cooking ingredient used for various dishes. It is rich in protein. Well done.
Wow, Yuri. They're all gonna miss you so much.
Those guys hated me, Noah.
Honestly, they're probably thrilled to finally get rid of me. Hey, hold it. Who put money in here? I can't take this.
Halt! Get out of my way!
I guess I'll have to keep it for now.
Acquired 1,000 gold. Just enough to get you addicted so you come back for more. So what it sounds like the kind of thing it would be, not a currency.
What?
Nice one, Repeat.
A dog?
Well, for now, it's north to Dayton Hold.
What? Oh, right.
I'm not sure how long we'll be together. Here's to the road ahead, Estelle.
Yes, Huh? Estelle? Estelle. Estelle. To the road ahead, Yuri.
Well, so long for now.
We hope to be back soon.
Repeat joined the party, so I assume that's, you know, another party member that helps in combat.